Alright, guys, I'm just fucking around, so figured I'd stream it. Um, I'm working on a Ableton Live template to get all this stuff working together. One of the things I want to do is send MIDI to all of this stuff over here, mostly because the memory is limited on these, and I would rather have it stored as MIDI um, in the event that I get to perform somewhere. Um, so I'm also working on some effects and mapping all that, and just generally trying to make it sound good all together. So you can hang out with me while I do that and give me criticism, tell me it sounds like crap. I don't care. All right, let's get it going. I think I'm gonna have to remap the effects for the drums because for some reason the macros aren't working. But I have some chains here I might delete. Let's see. Maybe I can just solo this one and see what's going on. There it is. I don't remember why I put these chains here to begin with. I think I was just trying to do some EQing, but I'm gonna get rid of them for now. Okay, so what's going on here is this macro is a DJM filter, and sorry for all the I don't have two thoughts to rub together most of the time. I'm in too much pain. But yeah, this is an echo, and it might be reverb. Yeah, I think this is echo and reverb, and then this one up here is a DJM filter, which is pretty cool. It's free if I remember right. I think it might be from Steve Duda. I forget. Nice to have though, because I'm trying to take what I know from DJing and apply it here. Because the thing that makes the most sense to me is making sequences and then DJing them basically. So that's the setup I'm going for, and I'm trying to figure out how to best use each one of these. The Arturia is paraphonic, so it can sort of simulate polyphonic synths by having 4 oscillators, so you can play up to 4 notes at once. So this is going to be my chord machine, most likely, for hopefully some dub techno, maybe some ambient stuff. The sky's the limit for me. I love all sorts of electronic music, so you'll probably hear me produce literally anything. Right now, I have some tracks out with my best friend in the whole world, Below Bangkok. So you can look for those. It's mostly, it's a little dub techno-y. It's deep house. It's deep tech. It's very chill. That's kind of our thing. So we decided to keep that consistent throughout all our releases this year, and it's been really great to work with him because I feel like we're on the same wavelength as far as music goes. Want to make things that are super chill, you know, opening DJ material, just fun stuff to warm a crowd to, or if you're at home. One of the things I get the most on here is like, thank you for the music I've been coding for the past 4 hours and you got me through it. I love that. I love hearing that stuff. So hopefully I can continue to do that and put out some like more live performances for you guys in the future. That was my ultimate goal. DJing has kind of just been a bridge to get there. So I'm pretty excited to have this all set up now, and I am working actively weekly on these templates to make the most out of all of this stuff. So I hope you follow along with me. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Let me know how it sounds. And I'm just gonna continue to play around and you guys can follow along. One tool that I am using right now just to get ideas, like a jumping off place, are the Captain plugins. There's, I have all 4 of them: Captain Beat, Captain Deep, Chord, and Melody, and it can kind of give you some ideas. I don't recommend like using them and not altering what comes out because it sounds very on the grid and not very human. So it's a good starting place, and so I use that to kind of see what I'm in the mood for, if I want to make a house track or techno, or really my love is like breakbeat. So it's funny that I kind of fell into this dub techno area on YouTube. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of notoriety, but my channel gets found a lot easier the more dub techno content that I put out. But I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself into that, so you're gonna hear a lot of different stuff from me at the expense of my channel algorithm, but oh well. Okay, so I'm still getting used to the Volca FM too. FM synthesis is a little above my head, so I'm used to just doing subtractive synthesis. So this has been really interesting for me to just play around with. I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I have some idea, but I hope to master it. It's like the watercolor of electronic music for me. Watercolor is the hardest art in my opinion. It's very delicate and you really have to know what you're doing. Okay, so I think I'm gonna work on some sounds with the Microfreak. I wanted to try to do a patch from scratch. I have a pretty general understanding of it. It's like Serum without the big visible wavetables. It can do a lot. The paraphonic part of it is probably my favorite. So if we go to the first initial patch here, I'm just getting like this buzz. And now it's time to shape it. I'm hoping to do some dub techno chords, a little modulation. Definitely want a longer attack because I want the chords to kind of scoop in. So let's see. We can pick some different wave shapes here. Minor sevenths are the most important chord in dub techno. That's kind of where that melancholic sound comes from. It really depends on the artist you listen to, though. There's some pretty funky dub techno out there, and I love it. So I want it to be slightly plucky so that when I add the reverb and delay, it gives some nice rhythm without hanging out too long. So that's pretty short, I think. Filters are also really important in dub techno chords. That working along with the delay and the reverb, it creates this whole atmosphere. It's the backbone of a dub techno song, in my opinion. Sorry. I've had the worst allergies and my voice just sounds like ass. Okay. Anyway. Resonance is an interesting part of the filter feature. So you can kind of hear where it's starting to sound dubby. I can't see the keyboard, like the mic is in the way, so. All right, let's see. So that's pretty interesting. I want to just see before I modulate the filter cutoff how it sounds with some reverb and delay. I'm running it through just the stock plugins here. Let's see. There's my audio. Okay, so. I'm going to turn the attack down a bit. And maybe the sustain up a little bit here. So these could be put on an offbeat to accentuate it, because the kick isn't really something that's a big focus in dub techno. It just kind of keeps it chugging along. You don't want a lot of dub techno isn't very bassy. If you look at a label like Hello Strange, they're very ambient. You hardly ever hear like a funky bass line from them. So they're more meditative. So it really depends on what kind of dub techno you're going for. And if you're gonna submit to labels, you kind of want to have a listen before you do some sound design and figure out if that's a sound for you. All right, let's see. So if I start with just a kick, it's kind of boxy, so it's typical, but I think maybe sounds like it's going through the echo filter. Okay, so in the MIDI, I do have this transitional area where the kick drops out. That's the DJ in me, just putting automatic transitional spots at the end of like 8 bars or 16 or whatever. Okay, so BPM is 112 right now, which is a little low. Okay, let's see. So I did have some stuff all ready to go as far as MIDI goes, but it's not chords, so I'm just gonna try it for a minute. If I was going to keep that as an arpeggiator, I'd want to turn down the attack. I picked the wrong time to do videos. Sorry. Just for fun. Let's try that again. There's so many volume knobs and faders, like I've made gain staging hard on myself. But yeah, if I decide to keep that an ARP, then I would definitely keep the attack down because I want it to be in time with the kick, and if there's too much attack, it sounds out of time. So, but I am actually trying to make chords, so let's do that. Let's get some ideas from Captain Chords here. This is already like playing stuff, so let's see what's going on here. I have had trouble sometimes exporting MIDI from here. I don't know why. You're just supposed to be able to drag and drop to a MIDI channel, and sometimes it just doesn't work. I think maybe it's just slow or something sometimes. I don't know. But let's start fresh here. So I'm just gonna add a new one. All right, Captain Chords VST3. VST3 seems to have less problems for me anyway. Yeah, A minor. All right, let's do A minor 7. Okay, so I just want to work with one chord right now and see where in the beat I want to fit it into. So let's see. See if I can drag it today. Hey, it worked. Okay. So. So we definitely want this more plucky. So let's shorten it here. Make it a pluck. There's something. Yeah. All right. So that sounds like something we could work with. I'm kind of curious about the other wave types, though. So we're on super wave. Let's try a couple of others just to see. My loop is too long, sorry. Okay, let's make it short. Yeah. See, maybe it doesn't matter the wave type so much as what you're doing with that cutoff and resonance. And now we want to put it in a place where we can accentuate the offbeat. So start up the drums. There. That's a great spot. Okay. I'll probably change the drums because it's a little tech house for me. But that's just like a placeholder for now. But I like where this chord is, so I think I'm gonna use the matrix to see if I can modulate this cutoff here. Okay, so you hear how it's stuttering now? Let's change that. Turn up the rate here. So that's kind of evolving now. Let's hear it with the drums. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm still gonna play with some wave types here. So that's pretty bright. Do we want it that bright? Let's see. What else can we play with? There's like so many sounds you can go through, it's hard to decide. Okay. Let's see. You probably don't want too much detuning because the minor seventh already kind of has that creepy detuned sound. So that's probably enough. So when you're playing around with the design of your sound, you probably won't need to mess with your unison too much, like if you're in serum. Let's try some more. Yeah, one of the features on the Microfreak is vocoder. So there's some stuff already sampled and saved here, but mine did come with a microphone to do my own. I haven't tried it yet. I'm still working on this template that will probably never really feel finished. But that's okay. I like experimenting with different ways to do things. So if you're wondering how I'm sending MIDI, I have a MIDI through box. So each of these devices has a channel number, and I just assign the channel in Ableton Live to send MIDI to. I was amazed that I could even get it to work. So that's been a big deal for me. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, noise. Noise is very important in dub techno. I think we found it. I think we did. I want to audition some different drums, like drum kits, because the one that's assigned right now is just a little generic. It's a little housey. So let's see if we can find a different one and tweak some of the parameters and try to fit it in with this chord, because I really like how this sounds right now. No. Ooh. I think that works. That's nice. I don't think I want to change a lot of that, actually. Like, it just sounds good to me. What do you guys think? Let me know in a timestamp. Okay, so it might be interesting to add like an arpeggiated fill in somewhere. So I'm going to do that with the Volca FM, but I don't want frequencies to clash, so I'm thinking it'll be higher up in the octaves, but we'll play around and see what we get, right? Okay, so let's see. Captain. I'm having a hard time with this new scrolling bar at for Ableton Live 12. I'm not enjoying the fact that it disappears. It's slowing me down a little bit, and I can't seem to get used to it. I don't know why. I started in Ableton 9 in 2017, and I wouldn't say a whole lot's changed. I mean, they've definitely added some cool stuff as far as stock plugins goes, and workflow stuff. But this navigation bar at the bottom is just really not my favorite. So okay. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to delete this instance and get another one. Let's see. And I'm just, getting ideas here. This is really all just practice to get this set up and working. And so when stuff sounds generic, that's kind of why. Oops. I didn't mean to click that button. So, okay, A minor, and let's see if I can remember how you use this. Okay, so it just auto-generated this thing here. Let's solo this one. Okay, so we know that's definitely not dub techno. That would actually be like a decent bass line, honestly. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to try it out here. I feel like I'm in one of those cave levels from like the old Super Mario Bros. I mean, this is basically exactly how they made that music, so that's why this is so fun. I feel like I understand video game music now. It's definitely too busy for dub techno, but if you're doing like deep tech, but see what happens. I get ideas for several tracks at once, and one of the ideas I had for that problem was to make my own sample pack and then sort of fit it all together like Mr. Potato Head music. So I would just make a bunch of loops in the same key and then see what best fits together where. So that was a secondary idea I had for my workflow. And then also I could send it to below Bangkok and he could add his magic to it also. That's sort of what we did before. I had all these unfinished projects that I really just didn't know what to do with, and he was sort of stuck in a rut where he was having a hard time starting anything, so it worked out for both of us. He couldn't start and I couldn't finish, so that's where this year's releases came from. And it's been really fun. And crazy to think that someone in California can work with someone in Croatia and release music together. The internet is wild. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today and give my back a rest, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of what I've been working on and how I've been working on it, just a little at a time. One of my favorite things about the Korg Volcas is that you can put batteries in them and take them anywhere. So if I'm having a day where I really just can't sit at a desk, I can just chill on the couch with one and make all sorts of sounds and then come back into the DAW and implement that somehow. My wheels are always turning, like regardless of whether I'm able to sit at my desk or on the couch or lay in my bed or whatever I have to do for that day for my pain level. So I'm pretty thankful for these tiny synthesizers, and I highly recommend, especially if you're disabled, checking them out because they are very affordable and battery powered, and you can literally take them anywhere, and they've been super fun, and they sound amazing. The sound quality that comes out of them is ridiculous, and I just don't think they get enough hype. So if you're looking into starting hardware, trying to get away from working on the computer all the time, definitely try to get one, either new or used. I use the Zounds payment plan thing, so I recommend checking that out because that's been pretty helpful making it affordable. Until next time, this is Jerdy, and I will see you on the next stream. Saturday is another back-to-back with Below Bangkok. I'm not sure what genre we're doing yet, but it's as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, and I hope you join us, and thank you for supporting the channel. Love y'all.